Now, Adrian, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do steamed, beautiful pork balls, but I'm going to roll them in sago and sesame seeds. I've already done the sago. Basically what it is, it's made from tapioca, it's gluten-free. It's got a slightly similar taste to rice flour or the rice you might wrap something like in a steamed rice ball or something.
It feels sort of weird, you know, like little ball bearings.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice and soft, yeah.
I've got some toasted sesame, so just mix the toasted sesame in there for me. Sure. But what we need to make is we need to make the little ball itself. So I've got a food processor and I'm going to add my pork into it. Now, Adrian, you'll be very pleased because it does have a little bit of fat in it because when you are making something like this, you do need the fat in there as well.
You need to make it tasty. That's what you mean, isn't it? I thought so.
Wow.
In it goes.
It just works a bit better. Let's put it that way. Sometimes you are right, Adrian, as much as I hate to admit it.
That's about 250 grams,
Yeah,
so you think?
exactly.
Yeah.
I've got some echalotts and I've got some garlic, so I'm going to chuck all of that straight into the food processor. I'm going to add a little bit of honey.
Oh, I love the sweetness.
Yeah, and Adrian,
working well for me.
Got some coriander there. I'll just get you to roughly chop that coriander.
Just the end of the coriander?
Just the end of the coriander is perfect. Now, I've got some fish sauce. Now, it's really important when you are using sauces, I always go for as natural as you can possibly get them. I love something that is obviously MSG-free and gluten-free, so these are great products to go with, and obviously reduction in preservatives or no preservatives at all. So about a tablespoon.
I wouldn't want to add much more than that. I reckon you'd bang on. Yep.
You don't need a lot of fish sauce because it does have such a big, pungent flavour to it. A tablespoon of soy.
Nice, that's the seasoning, the salt part of it. I love it.
And I'm just going to add a little bit of sesame oil because we've got the toasted sesame, so I do actually want this sesame flavour to shine through, so only about a teaspoon.
Sesame on the inside and on the outside, just the way I like it. There we go.
More flavour is what he's saying. I've got some chillies. Now, Adrian, I'll get you to roughly chop those chillies.
Rough chop, there we go.
And I've also added some cashews. So I've dry roasted these myself, no oil. I always do it under 150 degrees. And I'm going to blend this to a paste. Okay, now that's a good wet consistency, which is what we want. Now, Adrian, I've got a bowl there.
And I've got a spatula there for you.
Thank you. Good teamwork. I like it. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to this. This looks, you know, the sago is going to be a little bit wacky for me, but you know, sometimes your wacky things turn out really, really well. I'm surprised.
Sometimes.
Well, not most of the time. All the time. There we go. I shouldn't have said that.
Now, this is a bit of a production line, so I've got a platter just to put the sago onto.
Nice.
There
This is like crumbing, isn't it? Like putting breadcrumbs on
a little
something.
bit, yeah. So just put your sago ready to go with your hands. I like to look about 20-cent ball, that size, and then just roll it in the sago.
Nice, OK.
And straight onto the parchment paper.
How about I roll them and you ball them in the sago so your hands stay nice and clean?
Nice,
How's that?
thank you.
There we go. You know what? You're going to win the Wackiness Award because it looks crazy. It does. You know, you've got the little balls on the outside.
Completely different. Variety is the spice of life. This is how we actually have these type of ingredients. We keep them a little bit different, a little bit gluten-free, and very, very delicious. All right, now these will take about 5 to 10 minutes to cook through. They'll be delicious steamed goodness. Okie dokie. Let's pop this over here.
Looks good.
The ravioli. I'll give this to you if you wouldn't mind.
Thank you.
It's hot.
Oh, give me the hot one. That's it. That's all right.
Now, you notice that the sago has gone translucent and it's quite sticky, so you need to use spoons. And I like to serve them on little individual baby cos lettuces. You don't have to do this, but it's just a nice decorative way.
Well, it looks kind of cool. It looks really sort of like little jewels around the outside, little sort of like fish eggs or something, which I quite like. But I'm going to hook straight into this from here. Can I do that?
Please do.
Yeah, I'll just
I've got a
open it
little
up.
dipping sauce as well, which has got some coriander, some mint, chilli, soy. That absorbs all the flavour. It's really nice.
It sticks to your finger. It's got a really nice sort of jelly sort of consistency.
Yeah, I love the sago.
The inside looks really good. I'll just dip some of it into your sauce there.
Oh, I will.
You know what, Zoe? Really nice. You've got the dumpling filling. Tastes really good. And the texture is something I really like. It's a cracker.
I love that little punch of spice. It's full of flavour, the coriander, the pork, but more than anything else, I think that I've actually trumped Adrian when it comes to pork dishes.
Don't know, Zoe. I thought my pork sandwich was pretty good.